Okay, we are going to do the makeup. This is for the whole studio for competition. We decided to update it since Maylee was 4 in the last video. It's time for an update. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do her makeup and some of the things you might do a little differently, and some of the things are mandatory to do the same. So I will try to specify throughout. So foundation. They need to have foundation on their face. If they have had a spray tan, you just need to kind of smooth it out. You don't need to add a lot of foundation. Then we are going to do her blush. So I like a bright colored blush. Mine's like kind of like a Barbie pink. What would you say that is? Barbie pink. I love drugstore makeup. I do. Cheap makeup. I think this was NYX. Yep, it is. You can barely see it. NYX. It doesn't have, some of this stuff does not have to be a specific brand. This is one of them. It just needs to be a very bright pink. I take it from her temple all the way down her cheekbone. It needs to be nice and bright. Otherwise, it will not look like she has any definition on her cheeks on stage. So all the way from her temple, all the way down her cheek. Nice and bright. Gorgeous. Okay, next thing is highlighter. This one is Essence. I'm going to use the exact same brush. Don't judge me. Okay, I take on the side and I go just above her blush. You do not have to have highlighter, but I like it. And down her nose. And a little more, just a little shine, because you guys just need to shine a little bit. Okay, next thing, I'm gonna do her brows. Okay, even the littles, especially the little girls, they need to have some eyebrows because some definition in the eyebrows, just because they just look like they don't have them on stage, especially if you've got little blondie eyebrows. So this is the way I do eyebrows. You do not have to do eyebrows the exact same way as long as you have filled them in. I have just a pencil, NYX again, Walmart brand, and I draw a line across this section and across the top, just following like where her natural brow is. And then I come back and I just fill it in. This is the important part, is that this will look ridiculous. You have to take your brush that's on the other end and you've got to brush it out. This blends it. It makes it look more natural, but it's still darker. You can see the difference between her two brows. So we'll go to the other side. Next step is eyeshadow. So I use a primer. This is not drugstore. This is Urban Decay, and I do really like it. So I think it's worth the splurge. It just goes on before eyeshadow. It helps it to stay all day. I just put a little bit on, and then I just rub it in with my fingers, and I rub it all the way from the corner of her eye up all the way into her brow. So just covering her whole lid. Next, I have palettes. I know that some of the colors are hard. So this is just a custom palette that I built from MAC. I just picked colors that I like. This is the white frost that you have to have. Star Violet is my favorite color, and they've discontinued it in individuals, which I'm so sad about, and I hope they change their mind. You have to buy this small palette to get Star Violet. It's a really, I almost broke my palette. Let's set that down. This is Star Violet. It is worth the palette. The palette's a good palette. It also has Sketch, which is the other color that you need. So I think this palette was $35 and you have 2 colors that you need. Also other great colors. So we're going to start with the White Frost. The White Frost needs to go, that one has got makeup on it, in the corner of her eye and along her brow. And if it gets kind of in a little bit, that's okay too. And this one, I'm going to go to the Star Violet. Close your eyes. I come almost all the way in. Keep your eyes closed, please. And I'm going to cover basically her whole lid, except for the very inside, like not the crease, the inner part of her eye. But everything else is covered. And this should be dark. This color needs to go on dark. Now that I've put hers on, I'm probably going to come back and do a second layer just so it's nice and dark. It also goes on darker if you used that primer that I used. From here, I'm going to use my Sketch. So my darker color coming in. This one goes in the I go kind of along the bottom and then along the crease. And I'm just applying it dark with this brush that I just used. And then I'm going to come back and blend it. And I do kind of get makeup everywhere. I'm going to show you what to do. So then I come back with my blending brush. Close your eyes, eyebrows up tight. And I start from the dark color and I blend in to make those 2 colors cohesive. Okay. Then I have my foundation brush that I use that still has foundation. I look up at the sky and I just come along where I blew it off just to get the excess off, and then I just come back with that foundation just to smooth out, make sure that I don't have color drooping. And then on this eye, I kind of came up pretty far. I don't have a Q-tip. I would use a Q-tip and kind of take off. You can see I got up pretty far right there with that dark color. So I would take a Q-tip and then I'm just gonna reapply this white right here so it's not too far up into her brow. Nice, very nice. Okay, she does not need eyeliner because of how thick our eyelashes are. She just needs her eyelashes on. We're gonna do eyelashes and then lips. So they have to have the Ardell double up lashes. There's 2 different numbers. They can be either one of the numbers. They need to be big. For her eyelashes, I measure them on her eye and then I trim them. I always trim off just a tiny bit off the side of both of my girls because otherwise they're just too long. I'm not going to right now because I don't have scissors over here and she's not going to keep these on. I like the Duo glue. It is like white, but it dries clear. And you put it on. These are some things that will help. I know it's hard to put eyelashes on. I know it's hard to put eyelashes on your own child. If you're having a hard time getting eyelashes on your child, ask a friend, will you put my eyelashes on, my daughter's eyelashes on, and I'll put your daughter's eyelashes on. Because your daughter won't cry for your friend as much as she'll cry for yourself. But please try not to ask teachers if they are busy. Okay, next trick I like. I ask Maylee to look at my belly button because it keeps her eyes open so that they kind of have the shape that they're going to be, but down so that I can get this right. I also like my glue to dry a tiny bit. I put it on, I let it dry a tiny bit, it gets it kind of tacky. Okay. I get it there, I kind of hold it there for a little while. I ask her to keep her eyes in the same spot and not to move too much. The next thing that I do to help with the lashes is I apply mascara, not to make them thicker, but to glue her real eyelashes to the fake eyelashes. So she's gonna open up her eyes and look at me and look up. And then I just kind of glue those in. I think that they make them, does it make it more comfortable to wear them? Yeah. It kind of just, I feel like it gets the eyelashes out of their way. It makes them feel, I don't know, more like their real lashes. So next thing we're gonna do is lips. I have the wrong color of pencil right now, but I'm gonna use this to show you. So this is pink, do not use the pink. This is also NYX, and they do have a pencil that is NYX that matches the Heroin MAC lipstick. You have to wear this color of Heroin MAC lipstick. It cannot be a knockoff lipstick. They do not look the same. I can usually pick them out. It's worth, I think this is like $20, and if you buy it and take care of it, you'll never buy it again. Some of the teams have to have red and purple. I will get you a red color that they need to have. Okay, so I start with the lip liner. I draw her V in the front and then her lines down the side. Like I said, this is pink and it's supposed to be the purple or the red. The younger girls always wear the purple. It is only hip hop and Fools Russian.
This one is like cutting into my eye.
In the inside or the outside?
In the inside.
Okay. Here?
Still is there.
You can have to wait. So then I fill in kind of open your mouth, I fill it in with the color because it makes it last a lot longer during the day. And then I come over with the color. Perfect, so no eyeliner. I do not want them to have bottom eyeliner. I just want the big lashes. And then they will get their earrings tonight if they haven't already gotten them. In here, big smile, she's all set.